Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for tuning into isbjjTV. My name is Clark and in today's video, we're going to talk about things to consider when looking for a new jiu-jitsu school. Here we go. Alright guys, so this video is going to be geared towards three types of people. Number one, the person who doesn't train jiu-jitsu yet and he's looking to train into a new jiu-jitsu academy. Number two, if you're training somewhere already and perhaps your contract is about to expire or you're about to relocate somewhere else. And the third person is if you're currently training somewhere, you're not really happy where you're training or not, or think you're not getting exactly what you should be getting at your school, and you're kind of looking over the fence and seeing what else is available out there, this video is for you. Alright, so the first thing you're going to come to realize whenever you're trying to pick an academy is three things. There's family-oriented places, there's competition-oriented places, and there's like fight academies, okay? The main differences between these types of academies are, the first one is family-oriented. What that pretty much means is people go there to learn the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu art. They're going to do a little bit of rolling, a little bit of drilling, and it's usually like a social gathering of people, right? There's jiu-jitsu involved, there's an instructor, they're going to teach you some moves, and everything's nice, chilled place, and know it for self-defense in case something were to happen out in the real world. The next place that you're going to find is a competition-like atmosphere. The drilling is going to be constant drilling. They're going to want you to kind of engrave those drills or those moves into your head, and then rolling, you guys are going to go at it. And it's not too rough, but at least you guys are going to go at it so that you can get your body or get yourself used to that type of atmosphere. So when you get put in the competition, you guys aren't scared or you guys aren't worried about being, too gentle. You guys are going to be able to take it to them. The third type of academies out there is going to be fight academies. Pretty much what it is this place, the drilling, the warm-ups are definitely going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be sort of like a military school types of warm-ups where they make you do a sick amount of cardio, which is pretty good stuff, but you might be a little bit like, what's going on here? This is kind of hectic. Secondly is the drilling is going to be a lot tougher. You guys, instead of drilling like 10%, each of you guys are going to be going like 50-50 towards 100-100 doing those drilling. So you get that real life experience of going against somebody and practicing those drills. And last but not least, the rolling. When you roll is more lifelike. So you guys are going to go at it sort of like competition style. So you better hope you tap whenever you feel something's not going to go right. Because if you don't, they're probably going to tear your ligaments. Alright, the next thing that I want to talk about is room for growth. Depending on what you want to accomplish out of this, you're joining a Jiu-Jitsu academy for a couple of reasons. Whether it's just for self-defense, you're trying to take it to the next level and compete and do something with that in terms of competition, or if you want to actually fight in MMA. If you're doing it strictly for self-defense, again, you have to find a school that's more oriented towards self-defense. But give yourself room for growth. What I mean by that is an academy that offers Judo, wrestling, Muay Thai, etc., etc. If you're planning on going towards being an MMA fighter at one point, you want to pick a school that has perhaps wrestling in it, Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai. It's going to help you how to take down somebody, or stand up and rock them, or do some submission holds while you're on the ground. If you're looking to do strictly Jiu-Jitsu, then the best thing for you will probably be something like Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A combination of both builds a more better arsenal for you to go ahead and accomplish what you want on the mat or in the cage. Now we're going to talk about the instructor. Is he a black belt? If he's a black belt, who is he under? Or how long has he been practicing or training Jiu-Jitsu? And here's what I mean by that. Fighter A has 5-time world champion, 4-time Pan Am champion, 3-time Abu Dhabi champion, blah, 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 the list goes on. His name is posted on the front door of a famous academy. You go there. You want to make sure whether that guy's actually going to be teaching there. If Fighter A is not actually going to be teaching there, you want to know this. There's nothing wrong with him not being able to teach there, but you want to make sure, at least so you know way ahead of time, so you don't get your hopes up thinking so-and-so is going to be, I go to this guy's academy, but he's never really actually there. Okay, so find out who is going to be the instructor teaching your classes. So you've picked an instructor, and now your next step is find out some information about the instructor that's going to be teaching there. Here's a recommendation or an advice that I want to give you guys, especially if you're about to start training Jiu-Jitsu. Don't fall for instructors that are going to pretty much show you a wall full of all their achievements. I want to make one thing clear to you guys. All those medals and all those belts and all those trophies, they're actually not bad. They're awesome. They're great. They're a perfect resume for that instructor. Because that instructor has all those medals and all those awards, those medals and all those awards don't get transferred over to you. Those medals, those trophies, and all those belts are his accomplishments of him putting himself in battle. And because he puts himself out in battle, he's able to prove that, hey, listen, I put myself in battle. I know what I'm talking about. I know my stuff. Therefore, I can show you that I put my stuff out there and I've accomplished, whether it's third place, second place, first place. That's a huge accomplishment to have. Because he has all these accomplishments doesn't necessarily mean that makes that person a great instructor. The best thing I would recommend in a situation like that, where you have an instructor who has a lot of achievements, is actually take the time and take one of his classes, or sit out and watch how he teaches some of his classes. How does he pretty much talk to his students? What's the relationship between him and his students? Is he technical? Does he sound like you can understand him? I mean, does he make sense when he talks? Can you understand the language barrier? Is he strict? Is he technical in the way he teaches his things, you know? So having an instructor that can answer these questions for you or make himself or explain himself well is extremely a huge plus. Aside from watching the instructor, kind of visualize how the students interact with each other. And what I mean by that is, do they all look like they're about to kill each other? Unless that's what you're trying to look for. Look if there's a sense of respect towards each other. Because remember, sort of like a job, when you're in a job for 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week, whatever it is that you do, depending on how many days a week are you planning on training there, you're going to be there like at least two hours per day or 1 hour per day. That hour that you're going to be there, you want it to be beneficial towards you. You want to learn things and you want to come out there putting it to work, and you want to come out of there in one piece for you to be able to train for the next time. If you're actually taking the class and you find yourself that everybody's kind of rough and they don't really respect each other, you want to join a school where everybody is similar, pretty much cool, respects each other, and leaves the ego at the door. One thing to be aware of when choosing another school. Alright guys, next, this is probably one of the most important things to look forward towards when you're looking for a new academy to join, okay? This should be in your top list of 2. Like, this is how important this thing is. And that is how clean the academy is and how clean the academy is maintained. This is big time, okay? Here's what I mean by that. Are the mats cleaned? How often are they cleaning the mats? And this is something you can ask the instructor, or you can ask the students even. Because sometimes the instructor will say, we clean it all the time. Once you're there, you kind of understand from the students, they're like, nah, dude. Like, I don't even remember the last time the instructors cleaned the mats. Number 2, where you're going to use the restroom. Is the restroom clean? Is it a place for you to be able to go and wash your hands? Or if it has showers, is it a place for you to take a shower in? Or does it smell like urine? Is there, mud on the floor? Blood drips on the floor, perhaps? That's a huge, like danger. Pretty much you want to be careful with catching an infection or putting yourself at risk whenever you're training somewhere. You want to make sure that the mats are clean at least daily. You want to make sure that the facility that you're planning on using, the restrooms, are at least clean. The showers that you're going to be using are at least clean as well. If you're rolling and you'll see, I don't know, a bunched up like 5 hairs, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to put this hair on this corner. I'm going to see when it leaves. And you go there like next week, and that build-up hair is still there in the same spot. That's just hair, and that's visible. Imagine all the bacteria that's not visible living on the mat itself. And they're dormant. When your face is planted on the mat, then those little suckers get on your skin. Next thing you know, you're going to wake up, you got a ringworm. You scrape your elbow, next thing you know, you got staph infection. Right? God forbid what else you can get. Anything's possible, but you want to cover your tracks. You want to at least make sure that the academy's doing its job in maintaining its academy clean and suitable for its students to be in. So that's a big plus, something I would strongly recommend for you guys also to be aware of. All right, next, we're going to talk about value for what you're getting. By this time, you've probably already visited the school, you've already taken one class, and you're thinking this school's pretty good, so now it's time for me to sit down with the instructor and talk about what am I going to be paying per month. Now, the things that you want to weigh in whenever you're deciding this is, what value are you getting for your money? All these places are going to offer you Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All these places. Obviously, you're looking for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools. You're going to find a Jiu-Jitsu school that teaches you Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Does this place, aside from being a clean academy, right? Does it offer parking? Does it have showers? The showers is a good plus. Are the belts included when you get promoted? Think about what value you're going to be getting for your money. Parking is another big thing. If you're going to be training in an academy and there's no parking, am I at risk at getting my car towed? Am I at risk for getting a ticket? Am I going to need to bring quarters with me every time I go to the academy because I need to park in the street? All these things you want to kind of find out in terms of what value you're getting for your money. Now, aside from finding the value of the academy, some of these schools will offer something like, if you join now, you get 30 days for free, or the first week is free before sign up. Find out what specials there are. Don't be afraid or don't be scared to ask for this special. Some of these academies have them. Most of them have them. They have all these specials like the first day free, first week free, whatever it is. Find out, ask the instructor, so at least you're getting something else aside from all those nice features. All right, so the next things you want to find out from the instructor is, how are the classes set up? Do they have a mixed class all the time? Do they have a beginner's class and then an advanced class? Do they have separate rooms, the same room? How does that pretty much go? As a beginner, it's important that you get the dedicated time put towards you so you can build a great foundation so you can grow to be a great practitioner. If your instructor is mixing the classes together and he's teaching a transition, let's say you're going from triangle to omoplata, you don't know what I just said. You don't know what a triangle is and you don't know what this plata thing is, right? So it's going to be really weird for you to kind of keep up with the rest of the class. And it's going to make you feel discouraged. If there's a beginner's class, at least the instructor will go through some basic things that will benefit you as a beginner. For example, how to open the closed guard, basic kimuras, basic sidebound escapes, mount escapes, breaking the grip. These are all very basic things that a beginner should know, right? So you don't want to grab somebody and throw them to the wolves and say, all right, well, roll, and it just tap if it hurts. And they're like, I don't know what to do. And they might get hurt because they're put in a bad position. You want to make sure that the instructor at least has a beginner's class so you know that you're learning things that are for beginners and your surroundings are going to be beginners as well. So you fit right in. So something to be aware of as well. Okay, so the last thing is, when you're done with all those things, you want to find an academy and find out what their contract is. What I mean by that is, what's entitled to your contract? What happens if you relocate? What happens if you get injured? What happens if you leave the country? What happens if you just no longer like the school? You know, is there a discount if you're paying a 2-year contract as opposed to a 1-year contract? Every academy has their own contracts. Nothing is wrong. It just depends on what you feel comfortable with, what you're signing. And that's something to find out and speak to your instructor about in person, not in front of everybody else. Alright guys, so I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video. If you find this video interesting, or if you like the information that I put out there, please give it a thumbs up. If this is the first time you're watching this video, or if you like the type of videos that I put out there, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get notified of every new videos that I put out there. Other than that, thank you very, very much for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate the tweets, the direct messages, all the comments that you guys leave. If you have comments or if you have any questions about this video, please ask it down below as well, okay? So we appreciate all that. All the follows. Thank you so much for all of them. Other than that, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also have Google Plus, and all those things will be posted after this video. Other than that, thank you very much for watching today's video, and until next time, this is Clark, and thanks for watching isbjjTV. I just finished coming out of the shower. I was like, you know what, man? It's like 11 o'clock at night. I really don't want to put some gel in my hair and then having to take it off again. So I'm just going to, let them know how I get down, right? And I'll always update you guys on my tweets. I'm always twittering. I'm always tweeting. All right, our website. We are flabbergasted. I'll be honest with you, 100% of those tweets, 50% of them come from me, 50% of them come from my partner. So, did you guys see that spit? Alright. Alright guys, other than that, thank you very much for staying longer in this video and watching these bloopers. These aren't really bloopers, but these are one more thing, guys. What? The people who aren't training right now, geared towards 3 types of persons. 3 types of people. What I mean by that is, whenever you're trying to pick an academy, see what do I mean? Be 3 types of different types of school. Alright, so the first thing you're going to come to notice when you're trying to has room for growth. What I mean by room for growth. Room for growth. And his name is on that academy's front top. Big time. This is big. Cleaningness. All right, guys. Next. And when there's humidity, should ask your instructor is their class the way it's set up. Meaning, is it like? All right. All right. My hairstyle. Hey, babe. Do you think I should ask the viewers about my hairstyle? Tweets are awesome, right? All right. That's it.